first representing the All-Stars, this is El Fuego, Jesse Ortega.
Okay.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent tonight, Matt Smith.
Okay. End of an era 2013 live here from the CWF Sportatorium. I am the host, Nick D, joined by my colleague for the evening, Cecil Scott. Cecil, it's great to be with you again here at End of an Era 2013.
End of an era. This is the third time we've done End of an Era. Always a big night, and we're starting off with what's going to be, honestly, one of the more physical matches we're going to see tonight, part of this tough man competition.
That's right. We've got the guy I call, you know, he has no friends, Matt Smith, against one of the All-Stars, Jesse Ortega, El Fuego, as I like to call him for my Latin friends.
Oh, yeah.
And not to mention, he's got a Coach Gemini in his corner tonight.
Yeah, well, we don't see Coach out here. At least I see him over there now. But usually when you see one member of the All-Stars, you know the rest aren't far behind.
Very true, very true.
And the coach got a big smile on his face over there. He feels pretty confident.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Cecil. I'm a Matt Smith fan, but everybody knows that I have a lot of my Latin friends out there. So I gotta, you know, I kind of like Jesse Ortega in this matchup, but you can't knock Matt Smith. You know, I've had a chance to see Matt Smith in a lot of different areas lately. I've been watching a lot of his matches. You can tell the kid has a new determination here in CWF.
Absolutely. He's had a fire lit under him in the past year. And Jesse Ortega, I mean, definitely has the experience edge. He's been in the battles. But I said at the last show, Matt Smith is poised for a big breakout this year. I predicted he will be the breakout star of 2013.
Absolutely. You've got to remember that it's been well documented that Matt Smith has had problems with the All-Stars. We saw him go up against RIC KANDRACK.
Yep.
We saw him at the PWX Night of Champions go up against the Goon Squad. Now you've got Jesse Ortega. It seems like Coach Gemini has a personal vendetta out to get Matt Smith.
Absolutely, and he's had some pretty good success against the All-Stars. He got that win over Roy Wilkins, and he and Shane Helms, of course, won that big tag match. Thought they won the tag belts, but it turns out it was not a title match. And I just want to point out we've got a great crowd out here tonight.
Oh, definitely. The place is packed here for End of an Era 2013. We've got a lot of great matches. It's just great to be here at Gibsonville, North Carolina for another week.
Oh, yeah. And the fans always excited, ready to see some good action. And in this tough man contest, I'm a little surprised honestly, we got a bit of a wrestling match. And the question is, who's going to be the first one to, like, get down and dirty in this match? We know they're both very willing and very ready to do so.
You definitely can tell with the look in Matt Smith's eyes. I know you said it earlier that he has like a fire lit under him. You can tell in this match he seems focused and poised because he wants to prove to not only Jesse Ortega but the whole CWF roster that he is and will be one of the toughest men here in CWF.
Oh, and there's the answer to my question. Jesse Ortega roughing it up here. Man, big palm strikes, but Matt Smith gets the head scissor. And Ortega better watch out. The front row scattering like flies. Man up top, springboard drop kick. And I don't think Jesse Ortega's ready for this.
And see, that's why you've got a guy like Coach Gemini out here. You know, not to disrespect him, but you've got to have somebody to watch your back. I mean, Matt Smith is coming with a lot of fury. And if not, you've got fury and fire. We're a great combination tonight.
Oh, yeah. And we're still, I was about to say we're still getting some of the wrestling in Ortega. There we go, roughing it up here. Once again, this is a tough man competition, a tough man tournament. The idea behind it is to find out who is the toughest man in CWF. Later on, you're going to see KANDRACK and MECHA MERCENARY in another tournament match.
You know, I think it was a good idea for Corey Edsel to start this tough man tournament. You're kicking it off with Matt Smith and Jesse Ortega. Like you said, you've got KANDRACK and MECHA MERCENARY. You've got Mark James in this tournament as well. It's going to be a lot of heavy hitters, it seems like, here in this tough man tournament. So definitely kudos and props to Corey Edsel, Commissioner Corey Edsel.
Yes, Commissioner. Yeah, a lot of big heavy hitters, and we pointed out at the last show, Matt Smith is the smallest man entered into the tournament. He has got the biggest uphill climb, especially with Coach Gemini over there. Looked like he's trying to take out the hand of Matt Smith.
He's trying to make sure, it seems like, that trying to get Jesse Ortega that upper hand advantage.
But that's what he does. I mean, it's one of those things you kind of expect it going in. You shouldn't be surprised when it happens. And it looks like Jesse Ortega, aside from that brief spurt earlier, is pretty well content to keep this a wrestling match.
And you've got to give Jesse Ortega actually some props for that, keeping Matt Smith grounded. We all know that Matt Smith can be a high flyer at times, and Jesse Ortega has taken it upon himself to keep and strategize and keep Matt Smith grounded through the whole match.
Yeah. Well, you got Matt Smith. He's, the younger man, the faster man. It's always a wise idea to keep him grounded. And look at Matt Smith fire back with the chops. There's the heavy hitting that we wanted to see. Ortega cuts him right off, went right back to that arm, it looked like.
Now that's a veteran move right there. You pick a part of a wrestler and you make sure you capitalize on that particular part. A la one of the greats, Four Horsemen's own Arn Anderson.
That's right. The Andersons were well known. Sometimes they talked about that. You would come out without your arm after you're done with the Andersons. And Jesse Ortega kind of follows that pattern.
Focusing on the arm of Matt Smith.
And Matt Smith's in a lot of pain. We saw the hammerlock suplex a moment ago, even doing more damage to that arm. And Matt Smith, man, I don't think this is what he expected coming in. I think he wanted more of a fight. And he's really just, man, I hate to say it, kind of getting out-wrestled here.
And see, that's the thing, Cecil, you got to look at it. Matt Smith really doesn't have any friends. I mean, we do know that the Hurricane was able to help him at the PWX show, not the champions. But if you look at the CWF roster, Matt Smith really doesn't have anybody that definitely could have his back. And that's why you have to give the advantage to Jesse Ortega, only for the simple fact that he has Coach Gemini in his corner.
It pays to know people. And Matt Smith, I mean, a lot of that's by his own design. He doesn't trust anybody, and for good reason. I mean, he's had more tag partners turn on him than he'd care to admit. And Ortega's still trying to slow this thing down, going right back to that arm, it looks like. Going to stretch him out.
We definitely hear the crowd chanting Matt Smith's name. Hopefully, from what my understanding, Cecil, that's really the only friends that Matt has is the fans. Hopefully the fans can get behind Matt Smith tonight and hopefully, cheer him to victory. And
it helps if they really don't like Jesse Ortega. Me and Brad Stuss have talked about this at length. Jesse Ortega might be the most unpopular guy in CWF amongst fans and wrestlers. And like you said, the fans getting behind Matt Smith, trying to will him to victory. You notice he didn't go for the rope. He wants to just beat up Jesse Ortega some more.
And that's where you have to give the credit to Matt Smith, that fire and determination that you talked about earlier, that new desire and determination to be one of the best here in CWF Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the fire. He needs that big win, and he's getting there. He's been getting some big wins lately, some big upsets. This would probably be his biggest win yet. Oh, nice O'Connor roll there. Ortega goes into the Fujiwara armbar. Man, nice transition. It looked like he had no interest in getting that 3 count. He wants a submission. And Matt Smith might have to give up the goat here.
The crowd is cheering for Matt Smith. Hopefully he can use this to his advantage. The crowd has seemed to be a pro-Matt Smith crowd right now.
But he's going to need it. I mean, this is Ortega's patented hold here, and he's actually fighting his way out of it. He needs to roll through. And they're all kind of surprises here at the end of an era tonight, as I just found out. Oh, Ortega stopped the Frankensteiner. Well, you got to have, oh my God. Man, oh my God, Matt Smith landed right on his face.
And Matt Smith was able to kick out. There you go. The fire and determination from Matt Smith. Resilience. You've got to give Matt Smith props on that one.
Man, a lot of that was instinct because Matt Smith, it looks like, doesn't really know where he's at. And it looks like he caught the arm, too, on the way down. Matt trying to gather himself here. And there's that instinct firing right back. Oh, springboarded to the double knees.
Two.
Oh, Nick D.
A two count. The two count by Matt Smith. I told you, you've got to watch Matt Smith. He has been able to have the wrestling ability, but he also has that high-flying action that you have to watch out for. He's got the crowd behind him right now. He's starting to feel himself. Oh. Swanton bomb.
Yeah, he likes the sentons. He likes to do them in succession.
Another senton bomb. Can you do it a third time? Senton bomb again.
And you've never been in the ring, Nick D, but let me, got the knees. And that might be it. That might have been the last gasp that Matt Smith had. You see him biting his own arm, trying to shut out the pain. And he's right. Well, he's not in the middle of the ring, but I don't think he knows that his feet are so close to the ropes.
10 minutes has expired. 5 minutes remain.
He rolled through, took the pressure away. Nick, he's going for the matlock.
He's going for the matlock. Does he have it? He's got it locked in.
But can he hold it with that arm damaged? And the coach, you see him pushing the rope in. That's a good move by the coach. Great move by the coach.
Definitely a good strategy from the All-Stars and Coach
He
Gemini.
still got the hold. Robbie Walsh should have broken that hold. He got to the ropes. Man, I don't know how much longer Ortega's going to last. Robbie Walsh checking him. Oh, he's still in it.
He tapped out. He tapped out. Matt Smith with the win, with the matlock.
Man, that is a huge, huge win to make Jesse Ortega submit in the ring.
He took advantage of the time that he had it. Matlock. Jesse Ortega had no choice but to submit.
By submission in 11 minutes, 2 seconds, Matt Smith.
Don't be afraid to like interject yourself a little bit. Okay. Like if I stop talking, go ahead, like try to get something in there. You want a water?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your CWF Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion, ARIK Royal. ARIK Royal.
Everybody, what's up? Y'all ready for tonight? Good. Well, before we get started, I want to introduce the PWI Ultra J Champion, my boy, Chiva Kid! I'm so happy right now. I could not be more happier to be the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion right now, and you have your Ultra J Championship back. Finally, we're in this ring together, holding our respective titles. It's been a long time. And tonight, the marquee says end of an era. We all know one era is ending tonight, and that's the aftermath. But another era is gonna take off, and that's the era of the black guy and the little goat, ARIK Royal and the Chiva Kid. You know what, guys? We got a big event coming up in 4 weeks, March 30th. And this event, we want to put on the best event that we can, the best show that y'all have ever seen. And I was thinking to myself, the office came to me the other day and they said, Eric, we don't have an opponent for you. We don't know who you want to face. And I told them, I want to face the best. When I won this title, that's what I said. So on March 30th, in 4 weeks, I told them I want to face the best. And that guy is Chiva Kid. So March 30th, Saturday night, I'm putting my Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight title on the line against you. If you accept this challenge.
Eric, you're my best friend in that locker room, and everyone out here usually knows that. It would be an honor to wrestle for you for that belt. Challenge yourself, buddy.
Tonight, let's take care of business. 4 weeks from now, it's on, man. It's on.
This bout is scheduled for one fall with 30-minute time limit. Please welcome your Mid-Atlantic champions, Roy Wilkins and Walter Eaton, the Coon Squad.
We're defending the Mid-Atlantic Tag Team titles for you and for you. That's going to be your present tonight. We're giving you a title match. Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champions, the greatest tag team in the whole world. Just for you and just for you, we're defending the titles tonight. Because you saw what happened last time we got ripped off by the hurricane. That's not going to happen tonight. I'm putting the titles on the line tonight. Donnie Dollars is going to get pinned 1, 2, 3. Mark James going to get pinned 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to be the one that pins them. They're going to beat them up and then I'm going to come in and pin them just like this. 1, 2, 3. These people raising my blood pressure. I might have a heart attack tonight. I'm so wound up. I want to fight somebody right now. I want to fight somebody. That's what I want to do. I want to fight somebody. You, I'll fight you too. This place is crazy now. I don't know what's happened.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to challengers tonight. The
And you see Charles Richardson holding up the tag team championships. This match is for the title, unlike 2 weeks ago.
End of an era, 2013. Tag team titles on the line. The Goon Squad, Roy Wilkins and Walter Eaton against Donnie Dollars and Mark James.
That's
Should
right.
be a good one.
Yeah, it should be a very good one. These two have been very successful as a team the last few shows. Donnie Dollars, always one of the more popular superstars here at CWF. Mark James, you know, getting himself back in shape, getting himself back into contention. But they've got a big, big test in front of them. The best tag team in the Mid-Atlantic today.
Well, you know, it's funny that you mentioned that, Cecil. You know, I had a talk with Mark James back at Battle K13. And you know, one thing he did promise me was by the end of this year, 2013, he planned on having a major title here in CWF. Tonight might be that night he captured that promise that he made back in December at Battle K.
Very well could. Mark James is a man that if he says something, he means it. He does not mix words. And we're going to start off here with Roy Wilkins and Donnie Dollars. Donnie, of course, a multiple-time tag team champion with Nick Richards and Corey Edsel. Mark James never held a title here in CWF.
You know, it's very interesting that, you know, it was funny back when they were setting up this matchup. We heard Donnie Dollars mention that he's not sure what's going on with Fatback. Generally, when you have a tag team title match like this, you would think that Donnie Dollars would have teamed with someone, you know, Nick Richards, Corey Edsel, maybe, you know, even
Or
Matty
D, yep.
But for this situation, he chose to team up with Mark James.
Yeah, Mark James has been a pretty reliable partner for him. And honest situation right now is that, you know, there kind of is no Fatback at the moment. Nick Richards is on hiatus. Corey Edsel, of course, has commissioner duties, and who knows what Matty D's doing on any given day. And we got a nice little chain wrestling exchange here from the hammerlock to the headlock. I've always said Roy Wilkins is one of the more underrated technical wrestlers that we have here.
You've got Roy Wilkins, Walter Eaton, the Goon Squad. They can compete in singles competition and be dominant, but as a tag team, they have wreaked havoc here in the CWF.
Yeah, they have, and I've seen very few occasions where two people complement each other so well as Roy and Walter do. These two have been more or less attached to the hip ever since Roy Wilkins came into the business before the All-Stars. Walter Eaton was a big mentor for Roy Wilkins. Not a lot of people know that.
I had a chance to look, you know, dig into the archives of the CWF history and see the team, how they developed their tag team of Roy Wilkins and Walter Eaton, and how they formed with Coach Gemini and the All-Stars. I mean, it's no mistaking about it. The All-Stars have got a definitely heavy-hitting lineup, and the Goon Squad is no different. They're the Goon Squad. They go and do what they have to do. So it should be interesting how they takes a part in this matchup tonight.
Right, absolutely. And I mean, the big thing that they're known for, though, I mean, yeah, they're heavy hitters, but they are great wrestlers, and they have some unique double-team moves, and they're always going to bring that to the table, and if you're not ready for it, as we've seen, very few people can beat them. Donnie Dollars definitely has the tag team experience to compete, though. But right now, a wrestling match does not behoove Donnie Dollars.
Definitely.
And you're going to see Donnie. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Well, he surprised me. I thought he was going to try to work it to the ropes, and he comes back with an arm drag.
He's definitely keeping Roy Wilkins grounded, and that's what you've got to do in a match like this. You've got to almost make it a singles matchup between a tag team. Almost make it a handicap match. If you keep the one man grounded, you're able to take advantage and keep that advantage on your side.
Absolutely. That's the oldest strategy in the book. And Donnie's showing his power, and Coach Gemini distracts the ref. And Donnie's going to do it anyway. Oh, my God. Ballaway slam.
Donnie Dollars showed the world why he's definitely a strong competitor here in CWF Mid-Atlantic.
What, pound for pound, one of the most powerful guys here, too. I mean, a lot of people think about the big boot and his strikes and things like that, but the guy could throw you all around that ring with ease. Trust me, I know. He's done it to me many times.
You've got a guy like Mark James who's definitely agile for a big man.
Absolutely.
So you've got two big men against two accomplished wrestling veterans with Coach Gemini in the corner. We're talking one heck of a matchup tonight here in the CWS Sportatorium.
Oh, yeah. And that's always going to be an X factor is the coach. We saw it in the last match.
Donnie Dollars tags in Mark James. Will we see Walter Eaton? Looks like Roy Wilkins is a little, dealing with a little injury on the sidelines. Walter Eaton now comes in the match.
Well, Roy doesn't like taking moves like that. But this was the matchup I was looking forward to. These two are just going to beat the snot out of each other.
A little jarring back and forth. That's one thing I kind of like about Walter Eaton. He's definitely one of the guys that can get on the mic and definitely know how to jar and talk and definitely prove his point. He's not shy with words when it comes to competitors.
No. The thing about Walter Eaton is that he's always going to back it up in the ring, too. And this may not be a smart move for Walter trying to match power with Mark James, though.
Test the strength by these two competitors. Lock up.
Oh, man, you just hear the struggle.
Walter Eaton is actually holding his own with Mark James right now.
I mean, Walter's a strong guy, but he's given up, I would say, a good 40 pounds to Mark James. And you're seeing it right there. But I know firsthand what Walter Eaton brings to the table. I mean, this guy taught me a harsh lesson several years ago in the ring.
And Roy Wilkins with the save to try to help out his partner. You definitely got to give him props for that. That's when that tag team experience comes in, and that's why you have to give the advantage to a degree to the Goon Squad. They've teamed with each other for a long period of time versus Mark James and Donnie Dollars. They've been teaming for a few months where you've had years of experience with Roy Wilkins and Walter Eaton.
Man, you nailed it right there. Of course, the teamwork didn't really help out too much in that instance. The two of them couldn't overpower Mark James. A smart move by Eaton going to the breadbasket. Yeah, that test of strength I felt like was a bad idea from the start for Walter Eaton. And this is what you got to do with a guy like Mark James. I mean, you have to grind him down.
And that's what you brought up a good point, keeping them grounded. That's why a tag team match could come into play for the Goon Squad if you're able to separate Mark James from Donnie Dollars. A big man like that, you keep him grounded, you keep him to one side of the ring, you definitely can prove an advantage in that matchup.
And Mark says, you can't knock me down. Oh, wow. Very, very smart move by Walter Eaton.
Walter Eaton, definitely, as you would say, a CWF veteran, definitely proved that on that move. He went to the ropes, caught Mark James up in the air, and was able to get him with the headlock takedown.
I'll be honest, I'm a little shocked that Mark James fell for that. I mean, Mark James, a veteran himself, and he's seen every trick in the book. I don't think he expected that. And here's a move you don't see very often anymore, a good old head scissor. Head
scissors by Mark James, keeping Walter Eaton grounded.
You're gonna see Walter, he's got those ankles picked, he's gonna roll through. Great, great wrestling that we're seeing right now.
Yes, definitely, and that's what you see here with CWF Mid-Atlantic. It's a place where you come see hard-hitting action on a week-to-week basis.
Absolutely, you get a little, I always say it's a little bit of everything. You get the hard-hitting action, you get the wrestling, you get the high-flying. And now you're gonna see the great teamwork.
Which goes back to my point, keeping one man grounded in the ring. It comes back to as a veteran move. Having me studying a lot of wrestling, I've learned that if you can keep one man grounded to one side of the ring away from a partner, especially in any type of tag team matchup, your chances of winning are very highly.
Absolutely. I mean, it's much easier for two guys to beat one than it is for a fair fight, so to speak. And we're just, I mean, if you like headlocks, this is your match. I get the feeling the Goon Squad saw something in the scouting report because they've really gone for the headlock on Mark James quite a bit.
Definitely looks like Coach Gemini, was able to scout the team of Mark James and Donnie Dollars. He might have sent some, some of his scouts out to check out the talent before he got into the matchup.
Oh, the coach, he has a lot of resources. And Donnie's having none of the wrestling. He's just trying to go ahead and put this thing away.
1, 2, and a kick out by Roy Wilkins with interference from Walter Eaton.
Yeah, Walter got in there and got a hold of the foot. And now's a good time. I mean, Donnie's kind of got momentum on his side. Go for that boot. Great move. Oh, wonderful move by Roy Wilkins.
Veteran maneuver right there. When you're dealing with two big men, try to take apart. Like we talked about the last match. You take apart one body part and you continue to work on it. He was able to clip Donnie Dollars behind, keep him grounded, and now that the match is turned over in favor of the Goon Squad.
Yeah, Roy was very dangerously close to let Donnie get a tag there and didn't even know it. And Donnie's going to keep fighting. But that was a beautiful, just a brilliant move by Roy Wilkins, rolling under that boot.
Tag made. Here comes Walter Eaton. You got Donnie fighting out of it. They're trying to keep him grounded in the corner.
And much like we saw with Matt Smith earlier, Roy Wilkins does have a leg submission, and that might play into things later. You see Walter Eaton going right back to the leg with those kicks.
Going back to the leg that Roy Wilkins clipped Donnie Dollars with.
And those kicks will knot up the hamstring in a hurry. And now you're just seeing a good old knee bar here. And Donnie, I mean, this is a strategy that's worked on him in the past. I mean, a lot of people go after his legs. You know, that's, as a bigger man, that's kind of what you have to expect. And Walter Eaton grapevining that leg.
Keeping him grounded. That's what you have to do when you're dealing with two bigger guys as Donnie Dollars and Mark James. You've got somebody like Walter Eaton who's been, you know, as a ring veteran, not to discredit Mark James or Donnie Dollars, but you've got a man like Walter Eaton who's definitely a good technical wrestler and knows how to keep a man of Donnie Dollars' caliber down on the mat.
Absolutely. And this, you got to remember, Walter Eaton is the only man in this ring that he's been to the top. He is a former heavyweight champion. He held that belt for a year. Oh, my God. Elbow to the side of the head.
Good double team move by Roy Wilkins and Walter Eaton. Definitely keeping the Donnie Dollars down.
And I'm looking in the face of Roy Wilkins. I think his back is bothering him, probably from that fall-away slam earlier. Oh, that's not going to do him any favors. And there's a tag to Mark James. And honestly, Nick, they've got Roy Wilkins exactly where they want him.
Will this be the turn of the match? It is into the era 2013. Ooh. Mark James has promised that he will hold a title here in CWF. Is tonight that night?
Well, they're in good shape to do it right now. Mark needs to keep his eye on the ball. And Roy Wilkins was able to cut him right off. He looked away for a split second. That's all it takes.
It's just like anything in life. You take your eye off it for a split second, the tables can turn just like a snap of a finger.
Man, you are so right about that. That's a lesson for the kids out there. Go ahead and punch somebody in the mouth before they do it to you.
Now we see Coach Gemini get his handful in Mark James while the ref is distracted.
I can't tell from where I'm sitting. I didn't see anything. My monitor went out. And we got Mark James in just a couple of minutes here. It's in a bad way.
Roy Wilkins and Walter Eaton back to keeping Mark James grounded. You have to do that with two of your heavyweight competitors. Keep him grounded on the mat where he cannot get out.
Yeah, I mean, the bigger guys like that, they can't do much from a horizontal position, so to speak. They have to be upright. But you see the fire in Mark James. He's not going to quit fighting. You can just look at him and see the toll that this has taken on Mark James.
We've got a 30-minute time in this match. You've got to understand they've gone over 10-plus minutes so far.
Right.
It's definitely taken a toll on these two competitors.
And that's an advantage for the champions. And Mark James.
Fine body splash by Roy Wilkins to no avail.
Yeah,
can Mark James use that advantage to tag in Donnie Dollars?
Man, he needs to do it now. That was a good move on his part, getting out of the way.
Tags made by Donnie Dollars. Here comes Roy Wilkins. Moves by Donnie Dollars. Hits to Roy Wilkins. Hits to Walter Eaton.
And Donnie cleaning house here. Looks like they're going to try for the double team. And double elbow. They got to watch out for Wilkins.
Oh.
You keep in mind, legal men right now are Donnie Dollars and Walter Eaton.
Mark James is battling with Roy Wilkins, still in the ring.
Oh.
Oh, moved by Roy Wilkins to toss Mark James on the outside.
The coach is in the ring. Pump handle slam, but the referee doesn't see the cover. Wilkins just grabbed the belt off of our table.
Grabs the belt. Donnie Dollar.
Boot!
Boot to the face.
Donnie with the cover. The ref doesn't see it.
Oh, Roy Walter Eaton with the hit to the back with the belt.
And he put Wilkins on top. The referee just saw the cover.
Your winners and steel champions, Roy Wilkins and Walter Eaton, the Goon Squad.
And ladies and gentlemen, your winners by pinfall in 14 minutes 45 seconds. And still CWF Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champions, the Goon Squad.
I just put some drops in this open a little bit.
Referee sucks. Walker sucks. We still won. Shut up, you still gay too. Come say it to my face. They too pussy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next bout, and into the era 2013, is scheduled for singles action, one fall, the 15-minute time limit. Please welcome your rising generation weight champion, Ben Tyler. And welcome his opponent tonight, the Kamikaze Kid.
Hey, stop! You stop! Come here! Ben sucks! Ben sucks!
And Nick D, when I think of end of an era, this is the match that immediately sprang to my mind. You have a true CWF original in the Kamikaze Kid, but this match could be a changing of the guard type atmosphere. You have the up-and-comer Ben Tyler going up against the very first RGL champion in CWF history. Will this be a changing of the guard, or will the old guard stay on top?
Well, you got to understand, you got a guy like Ben Tyler. And Ben Tyler, as we've seen over several weeks, is definitely coming to his own here in CWF Mid-Atlantic. He's got Chet Sterling in his corner. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Old school, as I say, as the young folks say, old school versus new school.
Absolutely. A lot of the things that Ben Tyler does now, a lot of the things that he's known for, Kamikaze Kid was the pioneer of that style here in CWF.
Not to mention, you've got Chet Sterling in the corner of Ben Tyler tonight.
Chet Sterling, of course, the apprentice of the Aftermath. It's almost like he's a junior William Cross. And I think that's by design.
Should be a good matchup tonight, as it's been well documented. It kind of seems some friction going on here in the aftermath lately. As you can see, those that went to the Ivan Koloff Tag Tournament, it seems that though Rick Converse and Ben Tyler had the match won, but Rick Converse wouldn't hit the chair, costing them the matchup and the winners and being tag team champions, the Dawson brothers, Zane and Dane, the Dawson brothers, that you know pretty well.
Yeah, so I know them and Kazi pretty well.
So it's going to be interesting with the conflict that the aftermath has going on tonight.
You're absolutely right. It's almost like there's a split right down the middle. You know, whose side are you on? But that's what happens when you have that many egos in one place.
Colin elbow tie up. Ben Tyler backs him into the corner.
And this should be a great athletic contest. Now what's going to play? Will come into play. Will Kazi use his veteran experience on the much, much, much younger Ben Tyler? And there you see it right there. I thought he was going to go for the chop. And as you know, I've got no love lost for the Kamikaze Kid.
Definitely, that's been
oh my God.
Chop a la the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
And Kazi, like we said, I know him very well. I don't like the guy, but I have a world of respect for him. I'll be very happy to admit that. And he is lighting Ben Tyler up like a Christmas tree in there.
I've got to ask you personally, you've been in the ring with Kamikaze. How does those chops feel?
It feels about as good as they look. I'll put it that way. I'd rather eat a pine cone. Oh, save for that kick to the back.
Kamikaze definitely showing why he is showing more of the veteran old school presence, making his old school presence felt in this matchup.
Absolutely.
We have right now.
And there's almost kind of like a feeling like in the air in CWF these days where you have all these younger guys coming up. Oh my God, Ben almost went into the lights there. You have these younger guys coming up and you're seeing the older guard trying to hold on to their spots. They're having to fight and compete with these younger guys. And like I said earlier at the beginning of this match, you're going to see a sense of that here. And Kazi takes out both men.
If you're not into this matchup right now here in the CWF Sportatorium, that move right there, the high cross body off the top rope onto Ben Tyler and Chet Sterling will definitely wake you up tonight.
Oh, you're not lying. Unfortunately, Ben and Chet aren't awake right now after that. But that's what Kazi's known for. He'll take every chance in the book. And he's not afraid to mix it up on the floor either. Oh, not another chop. Both hands.
Kazi is definitely taking this matchup to another level. It's almost like he has a personal vendetta to prove against Ben Tyler tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have so much beef with each other, but like I said, he feels like he has to prove himself, show that he's still the man. He's a former two-time heavyweight champion, former RGL champion, former television champion. He's won the Weaver Cup.
It's pretty much safe to say that Kamikaze Kid has done everything.
Oh my God! Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
Kazi might be dead.
It's safe to say that Kamikaze Kid has done everything imaginable here in the CWF Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, he's seen it all, done it all, but man, he just took a hellacious spill, neck breaker onto the apron. And we might have a count out, which is very rare here in CWF. You see a count out. And you hear the fans trying to rally behind the Kamikaze Kid. And we're seeing at the bottom of the ring, he's trying his best to get back in.
Ben sucks.
Robbie Walsh up to 8.
Sucks, Ben. That's why you lost.
Robbie, you've got Ben Tyler jarring with the ref, Robbie Walsh tonight.
Yeah, well, Robbie Walsh, you know, he goes to ECU, so I think 8 is about as high as he goes. Kid's been in college for 8 years. He's never going to graduate.
I don't go here. Get your game stuff over there.
You've still got Chet Sterling out here in the matchup. Will he make his presence? No. Right now he's been more so of a cheerleader for Ben Tyler tonight, but will we see him actually get his hands dirty, so to speak, in this matchup tonight?
He's definitely not above it. Not only a cheerleader, but he's also kind of taking the brunt of the abuse, which we see on many occasions. And Ben Tyler's got Kazi right where he wants him. Oh, never mind.
Hey, I heard you and Ben was doing.
Huge backbreaker, and that's going to buy Kazi a couple of moments to regroup.
Will Kazi go? Looks like Kazi's trying to go to the top rope.
Well, that's his nature.
But you've got to understand, when you keep a guy like Ben, that's what I was just getting ready to say. If you don't capitalize on the opponent and trying to do high-flying moves, that can come back to haunt you.
Absolutely.
As a case in point.
With the high-flying moves like that twisted quebrada we just saw, you either live by the sword or you die by the sword.
It looks like he died by the sword on that one.
Well, they call it high risk, high reward for a reason. If you get it, great. If not, it could lead to the end of the match.
That's why.
And Ben doing a great job keeping his composure, not taking any unnecessary risk, trying to put away the Kamikaze Kid.
It's almost, you've got to feel, and this is what I've noticed, as we've noticed, it's been well documented the past couple of weeks. It's almost like you're seeing Ben Tyler stepping up to be one of the leaders of the aftermath.
Right.
He's several times he's gotten to the face of the first RIC Converse to let him know that he can hold his own as the aftermath leader.
Right. It's almost like you got the young lions coming up trying to challenge the old authority in William Cross and RIC Converse. And I get the feeling that both Ben and Trevor feel like they can run this group better. Oh, turned him inside out. And not to mention Osiris.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Ben Tyler with a show-off move. You do a precedent move like a clothesline from that, and you try to show off to the crowd. I like guys to show off, but sometimes that can come back to haunt you, like you said earlier. High risk leads to high reward. Taunt to the crowd. If you stay focused, you might be able to get the win.
Right, after a big lariat like that, though, that's something you want to go for a quick cover on, but that's the inexperience of Ben Tyler.
Ben sucks.
And there you see him join with referee Robbie Walsh, and he gave Kazi the split second he needed. Oh!
Woo! Uppercut move by Kamikaze to the face of Ben Tyler. Stuns Ben Tyler, and he's down right now.
He calls that the bus driver uppercut. And Kazi, you see him not going after Ben Tyler, trying to catch his breath here.
Oh! Elbow to the throat. The kick in the air. He's got Ben Tyler down. Can he capitalize on it?
Yeah, big leg lariat there. Caught him right in the chops.
Irish whip reversed by Ben Tyler. Misses. Kamikaze.
Big reverse DDT.
Kick out by Ben Tyler. Only got a 2 count on that one.
Hey, Ben showing some resilience there. That was a stiff DDT. Landed right on the back of his head.
Crowd is kind of silent in this matchup right now. Ben Tyler picks him up. Oh, blocked by Kamikaze.
Kazi probably going for the Death Valley driver.
Blocked by Kamikaze. Back and forth between Ben Tyler and Kamikaze right now.
Yeah, had a standing switch. It sent him to the buckle. Oh, what's Ben got here? Oh! Brought him out into a flapjack.
Impressive move by Ben Tyler. He goes for the cover. 2. Kick out for only a 2 count for Ben Tyler. You can see frustration on the face of Ben Tyler. He's almost like he's confused as to why he cannot get the pin from pin on Kamikaze Kid right now.
And the reason he's frustrated about that is because he has never been in the ring with Kamikaze Kid. He does not know just how much this man could take. It takes a lot to put Kazi down.
And I know you're speaking from experience on your end.
From experience, I mean, I've watched Mecha beat on this man, and he would never stop fighting.
You suck!
Ben took his eye off the ball for a moment there.
Headlock into a bulldog, blocked by
No.
Kamikaze. Into a back suplex from Kamikaze Kid. Both men are down.
Huge back suplex. Oh, Kazi had the wherewithal to get an arm across, but not enough. Great athletic match we're seeing here tonight.
Here at the CWF Sportatorium. We've got both men are down. Robbie Walsh goes back to the count. Both men are actually both men are actually up right now.
Yeah, both men are up. Chet trying to get Ben fired up here.
Oh, splash by Kamikaze.
Splash.
Sends it to the ropes.
Oh, what do we got? Oh my God.
A bottom rope snake eyes from Ben Tyler.
Took that like a torpedo. That might be it. He's got a lifeless Kazi here. Oh.
Only a 2 count because Kamikaze kicks out.
I'm actually a little surprised he kicked out of that. It looked like he was unconscious.
Ben Tyler starting to jar at the referee, asking for a faster count.
And Ben needs to go ahead and hit something here. He might have Kazi where he wants him. It's taking too much time.
Yeah, that's a veteran move, right? That's a rookie mistake right there. And a surprise from Ben Tyler. Taking too much time, showboating, and gloating to the fans. Kamikaze was able to ground that.
Oh my
kick to the head!
God!
That's gonna leave a mark, as they say in the business.
I think Ben's on Dream Street right now. He kicked him square in the face. Kazi go for the suplex. Look at Chet. Look at Chet.
With the hold. Ben Tyler with the win with help from Ted Sterling.
What an upset. Hey, Ben Tyler with the upset, but he had a little bit of help.
That's where the aftermath come into play. When you've got one, you deal with several.
And ladies and gentlemen, your winner by pinfall in 12 minutes and 13 seconds, Ben Tyler!
Straight to where the other one, so I'm having to close this one.
You might have to take one out.
And ladies and gentlemen, as advertised, another bout in the Corey Edsel Toughman Tournament. 1 fall, 15-minute time limit. Get out of the way! It's MECHA MERCENARY! And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent tonight, representing the All-Stars, he is the assassin, Ric and X.
And this will be quite possibly the manliest match we see all night.
First round action still in the Corey Edsel Toughman Tournament. Picks your guy, MECHA MERCENARY, against the assassin, Ric KANDRACK of the All-Stars.
Very, very true. You're seeing, you don't normally see two guys on the same side of the fence like this going at it. But like I said, this will be the manliest match of the whole show.
Now, Cecil, are you going to be able to call this straight down the middle? I know that your alliances with MECHA Mercenary, but we've got a job here as commentators to call it straight down the middle.
I will do my best. Even though Ric KANDRACK insulted the hell out of me and disrespected me at the last show, a guy who I thought was one of my friends, you know what? Whatever happens to him, he has coming. And Ray, oh my God, these two are just bludgeoning each other. I think this is what Corey Edsel had in mind when he made this tough man tournament.
When you've got two big beasts in the middle of the ring going at it head to toe, bodies are known to fly around, and you've got two big guys that are not afraid to mix it up.
No, and you're seeing Ric KANDRACK in a very unfamiliar position for himself. He is the smaller man, and you never see that with Ric KANDRACK. Come on, Mecha, you got to stay focused.
Ric KANDRACK, can he get himself together? It's kind of interesting that you don't see the All-Stars out here for the second time in a row, not with Ric KANDRACK this week.
Well, I think Coach Gemini had the same frame of mind that I did, and that he doesn't want to be anywhere near these two for the eventual implosion. That's why I'm over here. I mean, what kind of advice could you give either of these two guys in a match like this?
Just duke it out until one of them can't get up to the other one.
You pretty much nailed it there. And the crowd is kind of, this crowd's in stunned silence. They don't know who to cheer for.
Oh, atomic drop by MECHA Mercenary.
Oh, God.
To the face.
Or I think it's more of a case the fans don't know who they hate more. Splash, no. And at this pace and the way these two are hitting each other, I'm not sure how long this can last.
Another flying splash missed by Ric KANDRACK. Boot to the face by MECHA Mercenary.
I mean, you're seeing that like a heavyweight boxing match where they're trying to end this thing in the first 2 rounds. And Ric and Mecha, this is one thing that maybe I should have stayed out for. Sometimes he has trouble staying focused.
Can he keep Ric KANDRACK down? You've got two big guys in a matchup like this, and we talked about this earlier. Keeping one man grounded. If you're able to do that, the likelihood of you winning the match is very high.
Right. And especially if you're a Ric KANDRACK dealing with a bigger man, if you could somehow get MECHA Mercenary down into a compromised situation. I mean, as hard hitting as Ric KANDRACK is, he's given up, I would say, 100 pounds.
Easily.
And a good 5-6 inches in height.
Ric KANDRACK with a little bit of comeback offense. Stuns the big man. Oh, high knee by Ric KANDRACK. Stuns MECHA Mercenary.
And Ray's got to get creative here, I think. Another high knee. Mecha with
a clothesline.
Ray looked like he had a little bit of indecision on his face going for those knees and didn't know where he wanted to go.
The crowd is starting to get behind Ric KANDRACK right now. I guess, like as you said to the point, who do you hate more? I guess it turns out that they hate Mecha more than they hate Ray. So a lot of the crowd is starting to get behind Ric KANDRACK.
These fans are stupid. You know what? They've never appreciated Mecha. They never appreciated me. Oh, God.
Shot by MECHA Mercenary to Ric KANDRACK.
Even Joey Hogan felt that one. Man alive. Oh, God.
Shot by Ric KANDRACK. Another one by Ric KANDRACK.
I mean, they're turning each other's chests into hamburger meat here.
Ray playing to the crowd. That's a first.
Ray doesn't care what these fans think. He's not going to give them what they want.
Don't say it to my face. You chicken.
Mecha with some comeback offense. Sends Ray to the corner.
Hard into the corner. Ray does have a quickness advantage.
Oh!
Oh, bad move, bad move. Nobody slams the MECHA Mercenary.
Tried to go for a body slam and ended up falling over in the process.
Nobody slams the MECHA Mercenary. And Ric KANDRACK, I think, man, yeah, he's feeling the effects of that. Mecha came right down on the rib cage.
Can Mecha Mercenary capitalize on that?
I mean, he's got to. I mean, one big move can end this thing at any moment. And Joey Hogan being a little deliberate with his count gave Mecha a little bit more time to kind of choke the life out of Ray.
Mecha Mercenary gathered himself together. Can Ray KANDRACK mount some offense going on into the match?
Another hard whip to the corner, but Ray.
But a clothesline sends Mecha Mercenary down.
Man, he brought everything he had on that clothesline. Man, that'll knock your you-know-what in the dirt. Ray going for the...
Oh, he got him up this time and slammed him.
That looked like a hip toss to me. That wasn't a slam. Nobody slams Mecha.
Crowd starting to cheer for Ray KANDRACK. Ray goes for the pin. One. Kick out by Mecha Mercenary.
Again, a little bit of indecision there when he went for that pin. And Ray, looks like he might, I thought he might be heading up top, but he's getting himself worked up. It looks like he's going for that headbutt. Going for the headbutt. No! Black hole slam!
By Mecha Mercenary on Ray KANDRACK.
That's his move, but he needs to make the cover. He's got him.
Kick out by Ray KANDRACK here in first round action of the Corey Edsel Toughman Tournament.
Man, this would have been a worthy match for the finals of this tournament. You're seeing it right here in the first round. You're seeing the toughest of the tough.
That's what it comes to when you come to CWF. You see the toughest of the tough. This is where grown men play at.
Yeah, you guys, these are grown men. Grown-ass men right here duking it out.
Mecha's giving up too much time. Goes for the elbow and misses.
And he's had some trouble with his arm in the past. I hope that doesn't come back to hurt him here. Ray has him where he wants him.
Is he going for the Ray gun?
No, too much weight, too much weight. There's the headbutt. But Mecha rolled to the outside, and that's actually worked out to his advantage.
Mecha's getting himself together. Hit to the back by Ray KANDRACK.
He didn't know Ray was coming up behind him.
Joey Hogan on the outside. You've got Joey Hogan with a count of 5.
Maybe these guys need to be cognizant of that count. Under normal circumstances, myself or the coach will be keeping these guys aware of the count. Oh, Mecha ate the post. Raise in.
It looks like a count-out win for Ray KANDRACK, and Ray KANDRACK advances here in first round action of the Corey Edsel Toughman Tournament.
And ladies and gentlemen, advancing in the Corey Edsel Toughman Tournament via count-out at 8 minutes 34 seconds, the assassin, Ray KANDRACK.
You know what? You are a trainee, you're a nobody, and you're getting our business again? Yeah, you are a nobody trainee, you've never been in the ring. So you know what? Edsel, I see you out there. You want to get in this ring and you want to mess with us? Yeah. Corey, I want his first match with us. Yeah. Let's back it up. Right now, boy. Come on now. I want it now.
I was given a job to just do security. I never wanted to get involved with anything that went on in here. The only reason I got in here and handled business because your man put his hands on me. And everybody in here knows I ain't no punk. Cecil, you are right about one thing. I've never had a match. But I have been training for months. Come on. Corey, 4 weeks. No. 4 weeks. That's all I'm asking for. 4 weeks. I want him. I want him. 4 weeks. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I need. 4 weeks.
You're nobody. Oh, yeah. Nobody calls you out. Nobody calls you out. You know who I'm free? Everybody. Watch him, brother.
Are you sure that's what you want?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm real sure.
March 30th, right here, right on the iPay-per-view, in front of everybody in the entire world. You sure you want to have your first match with the MECHA Mercenary?
100% sure, Corey.
I love it. You got it.
Yeah! Be careful. Me and you, March 30th. I'm bringing you what you asked for. Be careful what you asked for, boy. First match, last match. Where you going, brother?
And ladies and gentlemen, the next bout in CWF era. 6-man tag team scheduled for one fall, the 15-minute time limit. Please welcome the Black Watch, Chase Dakota, Joe Black, Solomon Spade.
You look like Justin Bieber, you swear? You watch Justin Bieber know who he is, don't you? You watch Justin Bieber know. What's he look like? He looks just like you. You look like Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's your twin. That's why you...
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome their opponents tonight. Wow! Managed by Barefoot Tommy Joe Neal, Big Kill Billies, the Southpaw Eric Andrews, Honky Tonk Evan Banks, their partner tonight, Matthew Danero.
Justin Bieber! Yep, you look just like him. I'm sorry to say it. But you can meet me outside. Anytime you want to, just meet me outside. I'll be glad.
Okay.
Because I'm not scared of you. Okay. Because you're a wuss anyhow. I ain't scared of none of y'all. I'll slap you.
He's a wuss or a wuss?
Oh, he called you a wuss. What now? Justin Bieber lover. What's up with your hair? Come to my face and say, you a chicken. You a chicken. That's why the Killbilly's about to put an ass whooping on you. Kill Billy! Kill Billy! Kill Billy! Kill Billy! Kill Billy! Kill Billy whoop Justin Bieber! Because you gay too, brother. Hey, you better get in there and miss me a little bit. Let Bobby wrestle!
See, no, I thought that was we got this. We got this. Black watch. Black watch. White watch.
We win! Justin, yeah! RK! Yeah! RK Rock! Yeah!
Look behind you! Look behind you!
Melee is ensued at the end of the era 2013. We've got the Killbillies and Matty De Niro against the Black Watch.
Yeah, the Black Watch in full force tonight. And the Killbillies off to a hot start. And this thing's turning into a fight. Or not. Yeah, it's kind of hard to call this. You got
to have eyes in every direction.
Every member of the Black Watch getting choked out on the floor here. And the referee is, Red Jones is just counting them all out. And we almost had a double count out here.
Has the bell even started, Cecil?
I guess so, since Red's putting on the count, but he's trying to explain to these guys you can't get a submission on the floor.
Cowboy hat.
What do you want the cowboy hat for?
Because I asked for it 2 weeks ago and you never brought it.
These Killbillies sometimes are pretty ridiculous.
They count, right? They count?
Yes, he did.
And Red Jones is trying to explain, once again, submissions do not happen on the floor. It's not a falls count anywhere match. This is traditional 6-man rules.
Tag was made to Southpaw Eric Andrews.
Justin Bieber just got his hand knocked off.
Nice double team there from the Killbillies, the former tag team champions.
The Killbillies were able to hold the tag team titles for almost a year until they were beat by the Goon Squad at Battle K13.
And they have only lost. That is the only match they've ever lost as a tag team. And you're seeing Evan Banks, he had to deal with some injuries. He's back, you know, he's fully healthy. And of course, you've got the always interesting Matthew De Niro.
Matthew De Niro, a member of Fatback Enterprises.
A pioneer member of Fatback Enterprises. One of the more, oh, nice roll up, and Chase rolls through. What do we got here?
Oh, missed with the Insecurity. Chase Dakota.
Nice ankle
with
lock.
the ankle lock. Chase Dakota's coming off that big win against Roderick Strong at the PWX Night of Champions. He made a promise when I was with him in the ring that the Black Watch would have a dominant year here in the CWF Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, Matty D just stole one of my favorite counter holds there. But you're right, absolutely huge, huge victory for Chase Dakota over a world traveler in Roderick Strong. And Matty D grinding that headlock.
Definitely taking control of the matchup here tonight at end of an era 2013 here at the CWF Sportatorium.
And during that match with Roderick Strong, I pointed out that Chase Dakota needed that one big breakout win, and he got it.
He looks like Drake, man.
Oh, nice roll through into a guillotine choke. Kind of a slap in the face of Joe Black. That's Joe Black's favorite hold.
You know what I mean?
We've got the return to Solomon Spades here tonight. We've got all members of the Black Watch here in full effect here. As some people say, high in definition here in the CWF Sportatorium.
Absolutely. And it's a rare in-ring appearance from Solomon Spades. He likes to pull the strings from the outside these days.
I can't hear you, big man.
Honky Tonk Evan Banks with the Irish whip.
You got a big
He's revving up the train.
Oh, but nobody's home as he goes for the running splash.
That train got derailed. Double knees. Solomon with a huge clothesline in the corner. They've got Evan Banks in trouble. Sliding drop kick.
Get him, Bobby.
Man, that was just a great string of offense there from the Black Watch.
Definitely, the Black Watch have made a vow that 2013 is going to be a big year for them here in CWF Mid-Atlantic. With the big win by Chase Dakota, things are looking pretty bright for the Black Watch here in CWF Mid-Atlantic.
You got that right. They got the veteran presence and leadership of Solomon Spades. And Joe Black is kind of in the position that Chase Dakota was in not long ago. He's looking for that breakout win. He's got all the talent. He's just trying to put it all together. And a lot of people feel like Joe Black to this day is still not in his right mind, and that he's being manipulated somehow by Chase Dakota and Solomon Spades.
Well, you got to look at it. You got to look at it like his Cecil. Every stable, every group has that leader. Solomon Spades is that leader. Then you've got the one guy that's more so what I call the hitman and Joe Black. And then you've got the guy, the mouthpiece, the hothead in Chase Dakota. It's basically as I would say, the planets have aligned themselves for them to be a dominant force here in CWF in Atlanta.
Yeah, all the pieces fit for the Black Watch. They all benefit each other. But one thing you have to keep in mind, with Solomon Spades, if you're not benefiting him somehow, he will leave you hanging.
Look, I got eyeballs. I got these people. I got
a huge body suplex.
Back suplex from Chase Dakota on Honky Tonk Evan Banks. The Killbillies are actually in full effect. We've seen several weeks where Eric Andrews has been out here competing in singles matches, but we have the whole Killbillies here with Barefoot Bobby O'Neill and Honky Tonk Evan Banks. Tag made into Eric Andrews.
Yeah, with the Killbillies, the whole is definitely greater than the sum of its parts, but a double flapjack. Oh, he didn't. He lost track of Joe Black over there.
Yeah, buddy, do it again. You punk.
And Chase Dakota
He's the punk in the
looking for a tag.
Tags made to Solomon Spades, the veteran.
And I think this is the first time Spades has been legal in this match thus far.
Bobby, get in there.
Oh, rake.
Hey, Bobby.
You don't know this, but under those pants, you've got the boot with the laces raked right across the face.
Solomon Spades is a ring veteran, competing in professional wrestling for over 15 years. The guy has a lot of experience here, and that's why I say it goes back to the point that I made earlier. With his knowledge of the wrestling business, he will be an asset to the Black Watch.
Not only his knowledge of the wrestling business, but a lot of people feel like he has knowledge in some of the darker aspects, you know, some kind of dark arts or something where he can manipulate people's mind. I say it's power suggestion, but whatever it is, it works.
Irish rip into the ropes. Huge kick by Solomon Spades on Southpaw Eric Andrews.
And that's one of those things about Solomon Spades. People forget how athletic he is. You saw with that leg lariat, and he possesses one of the most beautiful drop kicks you'll ever see. But he doesn't feel like the fans are worthy to see his drop kick.
Tags made to Joe Black. And Joe Black puts a hurting on Eric Andrews.
Joe Black, as you know, is a very angry young man. He's out trying to prove a point, and he hates everybody.
Almost like he has the angry black man syndrome, just hates anybody.
Yeah, you've got that right. And once again, when you go back to that power of suggestion that we spoke about,
you look retarded.
And they've got Eric Andrews in the wrong part of town, and his partners aren't doing him any favors.
Like I said before, you keep one man grounded on one side of the ring, the odds of you winning your match go from 50 to 75% more if you're able to keep that man grounded.
Did you double check that math?
No, I didn't, but it sounded right.
Yeah, the math sounds good. That was never my strong suit. In just a couple of minutes, they've gotten Eric Andrews really, really out of shape.
Black Watch are definitely in control. You've got the crowd going for the Killbillies right now.
As always.
As always, they're fan favorites here in the CWF.
All we know is Eric.
Oh, he caught a nasty knee right to the face there.
We got Justin Bieber and Wannabe over there.
And Solomon Spades, you're seeing it, he's a verifiable mean streak to him.
Backbreaker by Solomon Spades. Only a 2 count as Eric Andrews is able to kick out.
I can't hear you because you're wrong.
And the fans are giving the Black Watch hell out here.
And why you got blue in your hair for? Are you that weird?
A huge headbutt there. And Eric Andrews is getting ragtagged right now. And rakes that boot across the face again.
That ain't what you said.
Look at the demeanor of Solomon Spades, able to tempt Matty De Niro.
And Matty's a hothead, but he's only so much he's going to take.
Illegal tag made to Chase Dakota.
Justin Bieber.
And they're raising the ire of Matty De Niro.
10 minutes has expired. 5 minutes remaining.
You heard the call from Randolph. 5 minutes left in the time limit.
Leave him alone. You creeper.
And the ire has been raised to Matty D. He needs to keep it together in the corner.
Chase Dakota with a Russian leg sweep on southpaw Eric Andrews. Is that enough?
Shut up, you weirdo.
Going to the top rope, the middle rope.
Yeah, he's on the middle.
Watch out, Eric.
Eric Andrews catches him.
Yeah.
And a running power slam a la the British Bulldog.
He needs to make a tag, and there it is.
Tag's made to Matty De Niro. Oh my goodness, Too Legit is playing in the background.
What in the world are we seeing?
This is the real.
You never know what you're going to see with Matthew De Niro.
He does the hammer dance.
He's gay.
They stopped his music. Oh, my God.
So he hits the DDT on Chase Dakota because the music is stopped.
Matthew De Niro is indeed too legit to quit right now.
Another DDT to Chase Dakota.
And you heard it. They stopped.
3 DDTs for the win by Matthew D. And the Matty D and the Killbillies win tonight's matchup.
11 minutes, 36 seconds. Your winners by pinfall. Matty De Niro, Eric Andrews, and Evan Banks.
Y'all all need to be suspended for 2 weeks.
What's up, man, Mike? Man.
Shut up, you fool. Come on. Come on, you bring it up here, I'll show you.
No offense, Banks, or Eric, or Bobby, or even to Mark James.
That's why y'all got out of the ring, wasn't it?
But it occurs to me that Donnie Dollars and myself have not been paying proper attention to family business.
That's why he wants to be. Before he got out of the ring.
If the three of you jump, no, I ain't suspending nobody. If the three of you jump on one of us again, if we ever see you across the ring from us again, you will have all of Fatback to contend with.
Oh, you can do whatever you want, boy. You can round one that. Who's that again? I need a drink!
Yeah, I'll be fine. He's alright. I'm a lot better now that you guys showed up. My best friends.
Oh, goodness. Y'all back. How y'all doing today?
And ladies and gentlemen, next bout in CWF, end of an era, 2013. It's scheduled for three-way tag team action. This bout is one fall in 15-minute time.
My God, look at that hat. Look at that hat.
Sterling and Michael.
That is amazing.
That's an interesting team right there. I got that hat on.
I love this entrance music. I don't know what it is, but I love it.
Some guy that I know that he knows.
Oh, it's like a local guy?
Whoa! Yeah, brother! So smooth!
And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome team number 3. The Mid-Atlantic Outlaws, Matt Houston and Lewis Moore!
ready for three-way tag team action. Teams of two, three-way rules. You got the team of Showzone, LeBron Cozone and Chris Showsmooth Lee. The Mid-Atlantic Outlaws, Matt Houston and Lewis Moore, and an odd pairing between the All-Stars in the Aftermath, Chet Sterling and Michael McAllister with the most amazing hat I have ever seen in my life.
You've got Showzone, you got the Mid-Atlantic Outlaws, and you got the Odd Couple. Fairly enough to say. Yeah. Chet Sterling and Michael McAllister, the Odd Couple. This should be a great matchup tonight here at the CWF Sportatorium. I am Nick D alongside one of the smartest minds in the business, ladies and gentlemen, if I do say so myself, Cecil Scott here with me.
Well, you flatter me, Nick D. But this should be a very interesting match. A big contrasted styles all over the place here. And you got three veterans in the ring with McAllister, Lewis Moore, and Matt Houston, and three youngsters rounding out the teams.
The Aftermath apprentice, Chet Sterling. It's interesting that you don't see him teaming with, you know, well, we know, and of good reason, we know that Trevor Lee is still on the shelf, recuperating from the jaw surgery that he had. You've got Ben Tyler, who competed earlier. So having Chet Sterling team up with someone like the Fury, Michael McAllister, should make up for a very interesting matchup tonight here at the CWF Sportatorium.
Absolutely, and you just saw something there. You'll probably see a lot of blind tags. You know, a match like this, you got to tag yourself in if you want to win. One fall to a finish. And speaking of that partnership, as Chris Smooth with the arm drags, Michael McAllister wants no part of that. We've always seen that the All-Stars in the Aftermath have always had kind of a loose partnership with each other. Coach Gemini and William Cross go way back. And you're going to see the team of LeBron Cozone and Chris Lee use a lot of quickness. They're very athletic. And a nice double takedown there.
The team of Showzone, LeBron Cozone and Chris Showsmooth Lee, definitely of a pet. Maybe those in the CWF really don't know much of them as a tag team, but those around here know that those two would team up together. So it's going to be an interesting matchup to see the least because of the tag team cohesiveness between Showzone and the Mid-Atlantic Outlaws.
Absolutely, and right now you're seeing a nice little rivalry that's been building for the last few months. The two top rookies in CWF. They battled in the tournament for the RGL Championship at Ultimate Survivor, I believe it was. They did battle there.
Yeah, we had Chet Sterling, who was the Aftermath apprentice, making his debut a week before the CWF Rumble. Chris Lee, it's been well documented, made his debut at the CWF Rumble. So it's kind of like they're on a parallel path from each other.
Right, they have very differing paths to how they approach life and approach the wrestling business. Chris Lee, as we all know, this man never sleeps. He is go, go, go. He has so many things on his plate. He's an overnight DJ at 102 Jams. He just started a gig with the local news affiliate, Channel 12 here in the Piedmont. And, of course, full-time with the CWF and wrestling all over the state, actually.
It's been well documented with the story of Chris Lee.
Oh, German.
Grew up a wrestling fan, began watching wrestling as a kid, now is being able to live out the dream of being a professional wrestler. He tags in his partner, LeBron Cozone.
And we know, Chet Sterling too smart. Oh, God. Chet Sterling took a very different path. It's documented that he was kicked out of the CWF Mid-Atlantic Dojo for having a poor attitude. And then he kind of just shoehorned his way into things, interfering in several matches about a year ago. As a fan, jumping in and interfering in matches. And apparently that was enough for William Cross. He liked what he saw.
Definitely, when you're dealing with a guy like William Cross, he definitely believes in the underhand things that happen in life. So having a guy like Chet Sterling around definitely gives you benefits for the Aftermath.
Yeah, a punching bag.
Come on, Chris.
And Chris Lee going to have his hands full with the veteran and Michael McAllister, former television champion, former tag team champion with Evan Banks.
Little CWF fact for those that don't know.
Yeah, and many in the Syndicate, that was their name many years ago. Former tag team champions.
Tag was made to Lewis Moore, one half of the Mid-Atlantic Outlaws.
And you're going to see Lewis Moore and Matt Houston especially, two very rugged guys. You know, they're Not a whole lot of finesse, even though Matt Houston will surprise you with a couple of things, which I hope he does tonight. Beautiful arm drag.
Matt Houston and Lewis Moore, two outlaws who love to fight. They're wrestlers who know how to wrestle, but they love to fight as well.
A beautiful offense by Chris Lee. And he's kind of on fire here.
Into a headlock to a arm drag takedown by Chris so smoothly. It's been well documented that, you know, one of the reasons why I am here in CWF is because of Chris Lee, because we are good friends. But it's good to see somebody of that caliber, you know, making his own presence, making his presence felt here in the CWF Mid-Atlantic.
He's somebody who's not, I mean, he could have came in, he's a local celebrity, quote unquote, but he's in here and he's working for it. He doesn't want to get any special treatment. He started at the bottom like we all do as rookies, and he's working. He had the big match with RIC Converse several weeks ago. So he's, you know, it's a trial by fire.
Tags made into Matt Houston, the other half of the Mid-Atlantic Outlaws.
And Matt Houston, we spoke of the Andersons earlier. Matt Houston embodies that style, the old Anderson style.
The picking the body part and using it to your advantage.
They used to say if your arm hurts in a match, there's a good chance there's an Anderson on the other end of it. Well, right now, there's a good chance Matt Houston's on the other end of it. And a nice top wrist lock there.
Chet Sterling, we've got Red checking on Chet Sterling to make sure he's okay. Of course, Chet Sterling is not giving up in this matchup tonight.
Chet's kind of in an uncharted waters for him. He's never been in there with two veterans like this.
Ooh, double knee to double boot to the face. Saved by the Fury, Michael McAllister.
Yeah, McAllister had to make a save there. I don't think Chet was going to kick out. And Lewis Moore, he's oh God. He's somebody that's a lot bigger than you would think from watching him on the screen. I've teamed with him a few times. He's honestly a very reliable tag team partner, and he brings the physicality, as you see right there.
Cover, two, kick out by Chet Sterling, only get 2 count by Lewis Moore.
Oh, and you see Matt Houston giving him the boots. Old school tag team wrestling.
You've definitely, and you know, it's funny that you say that, Cecil. We've got a very vast dichotomy here in this matchup. We've got 2 of the old school guys in the Mid-Atlantic Outlaws, and of course, Michael McAllister, but you've got the young rookies in the new school as Showzone and Chet Sterling.
Right, you're going to see a big difference in philosophy and a big difference in style, not so much in the moves. And you saw he slammed his leg on the rope there. That was by design. You see with guys like Chris Lee and LeBron Cozon and Chet Sterling, oh my God, everything they do, there's a quick cover, everything these younger guys do, it's with the intent of ending a match right now. They want to end it right now. With Matt Houston and Lewis Moore, you're going to see them take their time. They realize they're not getting, you know, a win is a win, whether it happens right now or 10 minutes from now.
Definitely. We got another 2 count by Chet Sterling being able to kick out on Lewis Moore.
And I think Chet's crying out for the cross right now, or his mother.
He's crying out for somebody. And that, you know, you brought up a good point. It's interesting that we don't see William Cross in the corner of Chet Sterling tonight.
Very surprising. As a matter of fact, I don't know that I even saw him in the back today. Oh, Chet with a little bit of veteran presence of his own there. He needs to tag somebody.
He tags in his partner, Michael McAllister. Michael McAllister delivering the Fury, as he is well known here in CWF, the Fury, Michael McAllister.
And I coined the phrase at Battlecade to describe Michael McAllister, quietly dangerous. He's a guy, you look at him, you hang out with him in the back, he seems like a nice guy, but then he gets in that ring. Oh my God! A flipping leg drop from Matt Houston. That's what I said earlier. He'll surprise you.
Definitely. You've got, like I said, 2 veterans in the Mid-Atlantic Outlaws, 2 tag team partners who definitely it's almost like they have chemistry with each other. They know the exact move that each other is going to do.
Well, it's, you know, like-minded people usually get along. Oh, big right hand from Chris Lee, and he's got to show a little bit of aggression here with Lewis Moore. And you're seeing it. He's going to have to kind of get dirty. Ooh. Oh, rake in the back. I love it. And Chris Lee firing back. Oh my God. This is uncharted waters for Chris Lee.
Yeah, he's been in the ring with several veterans here in the CWF, most notably Ric Converse, but you're actually dealing with someone who is actually a wrestling veteran in Lewis Moore. He's definitely taking a young rookie to school right now.
Well, and not so much a veteran. I mean, Ric Converse has been around, but nobody as nasty as the Outlaws.
They love to fight and they love to wrestle.
10 minutes has expired. 5 minutes remain.
And we got 5 minutes left in this 50-minute time limit.
Chops
We're seeing just a hell of a battle here between these two.
Back and forth we're seeing.
Yeah, I think Lewis Moore was done with the chops. Oh! Jumping back kick.
Leg drop by Show Smooth. Kick out by Lewis Moore only for a count of 2.
Man, I think he rung his bell with that kick to the jaw. Kind of reminded me of the great Sasuke with that jumping back kick. And Lewis, whoa, no. Oh my God!
A power bomb to Chris Lee. That was a rookie mistake, Cecil. He sent Lewis Moore into the ropes, duck his head down. The veteran be able to pick up on that, picks him up into a power bomb.
Yeah, Lewis is ready. Huge sit-out Liger bomb. I thought he was going for a pile driver, and so did referee Red Jones. I'm shocked Chris Lee kicked out of that. There's a tag.
Matt Houston and LeBron Cozone in the ring.
And Cozone cleaning house. And the numbers game about to catch up to him. You see the
Cozone to the ropes. Double clothesline.
And remember, Matt Houston and LeBron Cozone are the 2 legal men. Oh no, fans are scurrying. They're scurrying because they're scared. Double dive!
Double dive off the ropes!
Oh. Michael McAllister took a heck of a shot there. It looked like Cozone landed right on top of McAllister's head. And they wiped out 2 of the rows here in front of us too.
But you still got the legal man being Matt Houston and LeBron Cozone.
Cozone gut wrench. Oh! Great double team move. Gut wrench into an ace crusher. Guess the referee gonna let it go. Matt Houston's a legal man, but he's letting it go. Chris Smooth up top.
A la flying body press, a la Jimmy Snuka.
And McAllister breaks it up.
Shoves Chris Smooth Lee out to the outside.
Well, I thought he was going to try to clean up the pieces and get the pin on his own. And now we got Cozone and Lewis Moore in there, but watch Matt Houston off to the side. Boom. Super kick.
Super kick by Matt Houston.
Right in the chops.
2 minutes remain. 2 minutes.
2 minutes left. Chet Sterling stuck in the ring with the Outlaws.
We've got Lewis Moore with the spine buster. Matt Houston to the top rope. Backbreaker by Lewis Moore. And the leg drop by Matt Houston.
God.
1, 2, 3. Kiss that baby goodbye. The match is over. Your winners are the Mid-Atlantic Outlaws.
And ladies and gentlemen, your winners by pinfall. 13 minutes, 26 seconds. Matt Houston and Lewis Moore.
Hey, y'all gonna like who does commentary on the next one.
End of an era? I don't think so.
right. I want everybody to see my name.
I need the pin.
Sorry. What's up, buddy?
We're about to end this air real quick.
Come back.
Yeah, come on back. Do commentary with us.
Oh, there's somebody's live.
Oh, yeah?
Welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West.
A state that's untouchable like Ellie and Bess.
They got the layup. Oh yeah!
Streamers! Streamers!
You ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it. You're a train. Hold on. You're a train. Cut across my face. Hey, you want to know something? I cannot believe you. I've had that belt. Rick, how many times have you touched that belt?
More than you.
Yeah. We made those belts worth something. Really? Now you can try and live up to it, which you were failing miserably at. Now, we're going to wipe the ring with it. You understand? Huh? I'm just going to piss out of both of you. You're just going to stand there and like it. That's what's going to happen. I'll slap you twice. Each and every one of these people show that every time to watch you two. You're used to that. You're going to watch me beat you two. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest, your main event this evening, is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Aftermath, accompanied by William Cross. They are the first RIC CONVERSE XSIRIS.
You sound like a midget wrestler.
And their opponents, your CWF Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion, ARIK Royal. And his partner from Guadalajara, Mexico, the PWI International Ultra J Champion, the Chiva Kid.
Somebody's got a gun.
Ashley, it's okay. You think you're adorable.
Shut up, Bobby. You know you like her.
Whoa, Pops, that's a lot of heavy metal.
Shut up, Russ.
And we're off.
It's a race. All right, main event time here at End of an Era 2000. And what year is this?
13.
13. I've been drinking. All right, we have XSIRIS.com, the first Richter Converse, Ponytail Chiva Kid, big old ARIK Royal.
Black guy ARIK Royal.
Black guy ARIK Royal. I don't think we can.
I, of course, am Eric Andrews.
You are white Eric Andrews.
Exactly. And you are.
We do. And I am also white Honky Kong Evan Banks.
There you go.
And this.
The smooth sounds of Mr. Bobby O'Neill coming at you live at CWF Mid-Atlantic. Visit CWF247.com for more details. Back to you guys.
What is End of an Era brought to you by?
It's brought to you by PBR and potted meat. Potted meat.
Oh, Headlock Takeover by XSIRIS.
Was that what that's called?
It is. I've been studying Japanese wrestling.
Right.
They do a lot of headlock takeovers in Japanese wrestling.
Do they?
I don't know. I'm lying.
Okay. Well, yeah, it sounded good. You could have kept going all day with it. I'd have believed you.
Should have. Oh, he's proud to pry out. Back down. You know, it's a well-known fact that luchadors have very strong legs.
You can say Mexicans.
Can I say Mexicans?
You can say Mexicans.
Okay. Mexicans have very strong legs, especially ones with ponytails.
And if they're on the roofs.
Mike Cyrus.
Back into the headlock.
This is some solid wrestling from a guy that doesn't show up that often.
That's right.
And this is coming from another guy that doesn't show up that often.
This is the first time you've been here in months.
Evan, I'd like to ask you a serious question.
Yes, sir.
What do you hate most about Osiris?
His website. His face.
I hate that tattoo on his back. If it was a few inches lower.
I could name more stuff I like about Osiris.
Could you?
His hair product. That's it. That's the only thing I like about him. Oh, wow.
I like the fact that he's very tan.
That. I don't even know what that was.
It was a headlock. It was a headlock.
Guadalajara switcheroo.
Headlock.
Oh! Stalemate on the shoulder blocks.
It's the immovable object meets the immovable goat.
Oh, he followed him. Oh!
It looked like Osiris' tan knocked him down on that one.
Right. I mean, it's a powerful tan.
Converse up.
It is. And Chiva's only got the tan on his neck.
Nip up. Oh! Drop toe hold. And he flips up on his feet. Drop kick to the side of the head. Nip up again.
He likes to nip up.
He is. He's a nipping fool.
He is.
He's a nipper.
It's kind of like a kipper. Like catnip.
Oh. Do goats eat catnip?
Yep.
Well, they'll eat anything, I guess.
Yep. They will.
Show tonight is also brought to you by Armour Hot Dogs. Armour Hot Dogs. What kind of kids eat Armour Hot Dogs? American ones.
Not the Mexicans ones, right?
See, they eat taco dogs. You ever had a taco dog?
I have. I don't really like the salsa on my taco dog, but I do like the lettuce, tomato, sour cream.
Oh, yeah.
Mayonnaise. Wait, you put mayonnaise on a taco, right?
Who else likes tacos? Rick Converse.
Really?
I have seen him eat a number of tacos.
I have too. I have never seen ARIK Royal eat a taco. I've seen him eat a lot of chicken, but
That's
not any tacos.
racist.
I'm just stating facts. I'm not being racist. I'm just stating facts.
People like. I like chicken.
I like chicken too, but not as much as ARIK Royal.
Tonight's show is also brought to you by Popeye's Chicken. Popeye's Chicken. You got to get it somewhere.
Give it to the homeless. All right. Converse.
Into the corner. Oh, gets him into the headlock. Wow, that was a great transition by.
There's a lot of headlocks in this match.
It is. Well, I mean, with a head like Converse's, you got to focus on the head.
You know what I've always wondered? Does Rick Converse wear Converses?
Ooh, that's a good point.
It is.
He may be sponsored. That may be where his last name came from. Oh,
maybe.
Look at Aaron go.
That was a fast count. Just kind of like to see it. Fast count.
For the heavyweight champion, you don't really consider them to be able to move that much. But he's a fast guy.
It's an illusion.
You think so?
No, he's just fast.
I heard that they have extra muscles in their leg. Heavyweight champions.
Oh, heavyweight champions. Yeah. I was going to agree with you up until you said heavyweight champions.
You don't think that's true?
Well, I think it's more true for most of the rest of them. We, of course, are referring to black guys.
Another sponsor here tonight, we want to thank Gas Station Burritos. Gas Station Burritos. Well, Wendy's is closed.
Almost had a pinfall there.
What?
That's why you got birds on your side, ain't it, bro?
Sure, yeah, let's just go with that. Converse wants Chiva. He obviously hates Mexicans.
What do you hate most about Rick Converse?
The bruise on his leg that reminds me of the Virgin Mary.
Yeah?
No, maybe it's a sailboat.
Chiva is very quick.
He is.
For a Mexican.
And a goat.
That too.
I got a question. Do you know exactly when goats obtain their independence in this country?
If they've stayed here at least 10 years, they become legal.
That was the Jimmy Carter Goat Act of '79.
Yes.
Okay. I thought it was 5.
It looks like you need to take a history class.
I guess so. I didn't pay that much attention in school.
Well, that's what happens when you drink in the 4th grade.
Yeah, that's true. You know, for a bald guy, I thought that Rick Converse would be a lot faster than this.
Because of aerodynamics.
No, I just didn't say because he was bald. What are you talking about aerodynamics? What does that word mean?
I heard it on a movie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is the band that did the song I Don't Want to Miss a Thing.
Yes, that was aerodynamics.
Okay.
For the movie Deep Impact.
Yeah.
Hey, they got the tag. All right. Oh.
Osiris is down. Osiris is down. Osiris is down.
Osiris's face is turning redder than a Robbie Walsh apple.
Those are good apples.
They were good apples.
Armbar.
I'd like to offer an actual trivia wrestling fact here. Osiris is the only man in this match to have held both the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight title and the Ultra J Championship.
Really? That is true. Wow.
Almanacs are available in the gift shop, $10.
Yeah. I think he called him Nancy. Is that Osiris' legal name?
Yeah. It's Nancy.
Nancy Eleanor Osiris.
Yeah.
Oh, Osiris is his last name.
Yeah, yeah. You know, when you say Nancy Osiris, that doesn't really sound that manly.
No.
I mean, Osiris isn't really manly, but...
Well, no, look at him.
He's got a tan like a beaver.
He does.
Oh, springboard chop.
Springboard chop.
I did that once.
Only in America.
I did it. I can do it right now.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Don't do it now. They're having a match.
Oh, I went it down. I did it down in Mexico. Yeah. In El Paso, Mexico.
Really?
Yeah.
Eric wants to know, if Nancy is mad. Nancy doesn't seem happy.
No, he doesn't. He just said, welcome back. I'll tell you the truth, I didn't even know he was gone.
I didn't either. You know why? Because I don't like it.
That's true.
I don't... His face makes me want to punch babies.
I do that every day.
You punch babies?
Can we change the subject sometime?
Okay. All right, Eric Roy back in the ring. Lays one into RIC Converse. Here comes Rick. Charles is out of the way. Oh. Hey, Charles. Charles is trying to get Chiva out of the ring. They're double teaming on Eric.
Charles is not paying attention. That's the problem. He almost got taken out by Eric's shot block there.
These Aftermath are like a pack of rabid raccoons. You ever had one on your back porch?
Yeah. Bunch of coons on the back porch.
How many coons were on your back porch?
About four or five.
Brought to you by Raccoon Traps. And you're all out of peanut butter.
I had about 4 or 5 coons on my back porch one time.
And you know, they attack in like a group mentality.
Yeah, they do.
A pack of coons will come at you. I'm surprised they didn't have knives.
A couple of them did. Most of the rest of them had guns.
How does a raccoon carry a gun?
Straight out of Compton.
I'm going to say I don't like what you're alluding to. Oh, big bump.
Butt buster.
Snapmare. Tags in. Here comes Chiva. Gets him set up. Here it comes.
Oh, leg drop. Flippy-do combo.
They call that the Guada Compton.
Cyrus alluding to a triple team. Cyrus can't count.
Oh.
Big chop by
Chiva Kid. Hear that one from here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's asking for one more. The fans want it. Oh.
With that saber edge chop. The rusty knife edge chop.
It was a rusty knife edge chop.
My favorite thing about RIC Converse taking a chop is watching the glitter fly.
You know where the glitter comes from?
I do.
Babies.
Oh. Roll through.
Chiva roll through.
Roll through again. Oh,
arm drag.
Arm drag. Ducks under. It's the ropes. Big flying forearm.
Drop kick moonsault.
You know that drop salt? Mm-hmm. That was good. You've been making creator wrestlers again, ain't you?
Big rusty knife edge chop.
On Fire Pro returns for the PlayStation 2. Oh, big knee. Runs it right into him into the ropes. Gets him again. Oh!
Double knees.
Ref did not see that. Needed from behind Osiris. Russian leg sweep by RIC Converse.
It was pretty. Not pretty fine.
Is probably at 1, 2. Oh, he gets out of it.
He's holding his fingers up saying, no, I do not want any more tacos.
No mas.
No mas.
No mas.
Some mas.
Some mas.
Okay, yes mas.
He's weird. He don't know how to.
Puts his shirt over his head.
Wait. Oh. Osiris is not happy. But I guess if my name was Nancy, I wouldn't be too happy either.
I wouldn't be.
Oh, jackhammer.
Hits him with the Goldberg.
That's a power suplex number 2 on SmackDown versus Raw 2007.
Yeah.
No, this is something that I got.
You got it.
You got it.
Y'all drinking water?
Nah, we're dipping right now. Yeah.
Got to get this taste of moonshine out of my mouth.
Exactly. Robbie Walsh, moonshine. Crap, I just gave it away, didn't I? Hopefully, no cops are listening to this broadcast.
Chiva. Well, Rick's got him in I think that is a...
I can't see it from here.
It's a San Franciscan knee lock.
All I see is a goat and a bunch of glitter.
Here comes, oh, big elbow by Nancy.
Nancy.
Oh, I get it. He asked you if you like headbutts, then he butts his head against the ground.
Yeah, it's not very good.
It's not. Well, I mean, what do you expect from somebody named Nancy?
Well, I mean, it's a good move, just not a good joke.
It's a good thing you did that curb stomp to Chiva, not Eric.
Really? Or Charles.
Oh, yeah. That would have been, well, I don't know.
Be a hate crime.
It seems like so.
It'd be a hate crime. Just go ahead and say it.
Well, yeah. But it seems like Nancy should know the law.
I don't think he does.
It's true.
That's why he's down here.
Oh, big punch.
He should go for the cover right there. I mean, honestly, come on now.
Did you say something about Beyonce?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, big elbow by Chiva. He's fighting back up to the middle rope. Oh, Chiva goes for the buckle bomb.
He was going for
Went for the Hurricane Rana, takes the buckle.
Is that what that's called, a Hurricane Rana?
That's called the Nancy Droover.
I always called it an anal probe.
One move's called the honor roller.
The honor roller?
Yep. Because it was Christian Winsky's move.
That's technical.
I watch a lot of wrestling.
I always call it the anal probe.
I like to call it the Nancy Droover.
But it just works for you face somebody named Nancy.
Oh, crowd very much getting behind Chiva. Takes forward to the back by RIC CONVERSE. He's got him in the corner. Just laying. Oh, and Chiva's coming back.
Chiva's trying to fire back.
Here he comes.
He's getting the upper hand.
Forearm.
He needs to make the tag right now.
Here he comes. Chiva hits the ropes. Oh, takes the big knee to the stomach.
Problem right there, they should have made the tag.
He scoops him up.
Big body slam
towards his corner. Tags in his partner, Nancy. Nancy's taking a lot of time.
He should just go for the cover. It's looking to me, it's very evident they just want to hurt Chiva.
Oh, big forearm.
Chiva's still got some life in him.
Right in the middle of the ring. Chiva's been taking a beating.
He's still got some life in him, though. He ain't gave up yet.
Oh, back
looks back.
Shoves him into the ropes. Ducks the line. Springboard.
15 minutes has expired. 15 minutes remain.
I feel like the first one.
Oh, I don't like the looks of this.
Looks like the entire aftermath out here. 3 people, well, 2.5.
Buff Bagwell, Scott Steiner, and Virgil just came out.
I think that was not them. I think that was Kanye Lee.
Oh, that's Chad. I hate Chad.
Big tag to Eric.
Oh!
Eric's on fire right
coming
now.
in like a house of fire. Oh! Gets him in the stomach. Sends Rick off. Oh! Big side kick. Comes up. Double axe handle to the back. This could be it. 1, 2. Converse kicks out.
Cyrus is coming back. Oh, kicks the gut.
Guys, y'all better watch out.
Better not be in that toilet. I said better not be in that toilet.
Oh, yeah. Oh!
Big splash by Eric. Eric looks like he's going for the kill right now. Big T-bone.
He calls that the black accusation.
Yeah, I just called a filet mignon.
That's pretty good.
Another filet mignon.
Oh, another black accusation.
Landed right on Cyrus.
That's how you take them out. You throw them on top of each other.
And Chet's up. I can't really see anything. Ran off my way.
Why Chet is up on the apron, I don't know.
Up in the corner, Ben Tyler.
He's giving him a hug. Oh, big shot to the back.
I'm not an official, but I think that's cheating.
DDT to Eric. Charles has no idea what just happened. Oh, big kick out from Eric.
After a chair shot and a DDT, Eric Royal still able to kick out.
I am not partial.
No, I'm not either.
Partial, actually.
No, we're not partial at all. We just hate the aftermath.
Yep.
And we hope that Black Guy and Little Goat win. Because we like them more.
We sort of owe them for that promo.
Converse looking confused right now, guys. I don't know what he's doing. Ben threw the chair into him, and Converse said he didn't want it. Ben still trying to get Rick's attention, threw the chair back into the ring. Rick is telling him, I don't want the chair. I want to win this fair and square.
Chair shot.
Charles has lost control.
Ben Tyler up on the...
Xsirus coming over, pushing Converse out of the way.
Charles has got...
Oh, big drop kick to the chair that hit Xsirus.
Springboard drop kick right into the chair, right into Nancy's face.
And that is not a DQ because Xsirus brought the chair into the ring. Eric looks like he's regaining himself. He's getting back up. He's hitting the ropes. Here he comes. Big sick kick.
Big sick kick by Eric Royal.
Chiva looks like he's going to the top. He's going to the top.
Here goes Chiva. What is he going to do? He can do anything.
Big Billy Kidman.
It's been 1, 2, 3. Black Guy and Little Goat take it. Horsecock.
In 18 minutes, 8 seconds, your winners by pinfall. The Black Guy and a Little Goat, the Chiva Kid, and ARIK Royal!
What we out here for? We had this. Yeah, you got a problem with that? We had it.
Ben sucks.
You shouldn't have been out here. You shouldn't have been out here. Get to the back. Get to the back.
We were trying to do what we knew we had to do to make it happen. If we didn't grab the chair and done what he was supposed to do,
it doesn't matter. You weren't supposed to be out here. I told you.
Hey, we knew what had to be done.
Y'all be getting your hands raised.
We didn't need to use the chair. You should have stayed out of here.
A win's a win, man.
Get in the ring. It is like a
win.
I'll tell you what.
We don't know what we're doing.
You want to do this now? Okay, I'll break it down for you. You suck. Yeah! Plain and simple. They want me. They asked me to bring you in. You guys, I mean, we're supposed to replace Marcellus King with you?
Hey, Dave. Oh, no, not tonight.
That's like getting Paul Roman into Horseman. It sucks. Just like you. And you're a champion, but you're more concerned with your fake tan and your abs.
I win.
And you.
I win.
Shut up. You shut up too. Your problem is, look at me. Look at me. I turned you into an animal. I turned you into an animal. And now, all of a sudden, you get hurt. You get hurt. And all you do is one. You are a champion. Act like a champion. Act like a champion. Done now? Are you done? You feel better? Let me tell you. They don't listen. They don't listen. And you, I don't know what it is with you in and out of the doorway. You're here this week. You're gone next week. Do they want to see this? No. We want winners. We want winners. And your ego, if you kept your head in the game, that's what you need to do. Stay here. Wrestle. Keep your head in the game. I don't think so. You've talked enough. Now I'm getting tired. It's my turn. RIC CONVERSE. The aftermath was started by you. Yeah. There you go. You brought me because you couldn't get the job done. Yeah. You brought in
What are you talking about?
Bob, don't let him be like that. Go, 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 go. We need to call 911. Right now. Hey. Go. Who are you?
Man, I'm an EMT, it's alright.
Yeah, buddy!
It's alright. He's dead, bro. Hold his head.
Get up here. Who else is got
his shoulder?
EMT apparently.
Hold his head. Hold traction on his head.
Watch my jaw.
Stop.
That concludes tonight's program. Thanks for coming out. Good night. Please exit to the lobby. Please exit to the lobby.
Green machine, over here. You two, over here, around the ring. You two on standby. You're an EMT, sir?
Yeah.
Take your lead from this man in the green hat.
Yes, sir.
Take your lead from this man in the green hat.
Yes, sir. Ice. See what's wrong with it. Is there any way we can get him to the side? All right, what we're going to do is we're going to use your clothes and we're going to pull you out of clothes. Okay? Are you sure? Are you sure that's what you're doing? Well, that's the only thing we can do. Okay. All right, ready? It's fine. It's fine. Relax. I know. It's fine. I know. Let me go. Go get your car, Bob. Go get your car. Go get your car.
We need somebody. We need somebody.
Where's my trainees?
We need somebody.
Kimberly, hold aside.
Red, please, please.
Somebody, trainees, anybody.
Need help to the ring, please.
Trainees, anybody.
Hold his head. Hold traction in his hand. Hide him back. One time at a time.
Did you get more than 2 pieces of ice?
This is your job. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. I know. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, right there. You got to turn him. All right, Red, turn him that way with your hips. Easy, 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 easy. Watch my room. Easy. I know. I don't want him to roll out. I do not want him to roll out. Don't roll. All right. I know. Okay. Okay, now. See if he can come down on his hips. See if he can come down on his hips. Yeah, but he put his legs down. Okay. All right. Okay. Chiva, get under his right arm. I'll get under his left arm. His paws around front.
Roll on this. All right. An unbelievable scene has broken down here at End of an Era. William Cross attacked by the Aftermath, being carried out of the building right now. It would certainly appear at this point that an era has ended here tonight.
Back it up.
Make a hole, make a line.
Clear out.
Let's go.
I would bring the cherry and finish it. Be like WWE.
Come on, Slam!
Be like NWA, you better learn to finish the ball first.
I really want to do that. Waiting for it. Alright, let's walk out. Oh,
Yeah, if you want to.
Come on.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Come on. Hawks, take off.
All right, Pops, go ahead.
Hey, where the hell are you? I'm held down. All right. Can I put you in charge of him? Thank you.
Yes, sir. I'm down too.
You want to do pre-times?
I don't know where she went.
Feel like it.
I'll try. I'll see if I can get people together. Oh, God. Come on. Get him into a car.
It is way too cold. Hey, just give me space. Give me space. Give me space. I need space. I want somebody to get it.
Oh, ask for his coat, man. I'm gonna ask for it.